Hi everybody! This video is about how to indicate a title when you're writing an essay in MLA format. Now, indicating titles is different for MLA format than it is for APA format. So if I've advised you to watch this video, it may be because you're using APA format rather than MLA format. So follow along with me, let's see how it works. The biggest difference between APA and MLA format for titles is that titles are in title case in MLA. And title case means the first word is capitalized, no matter what it is. The last word is capitalized, no matter what it is. And the important words in between are capitalized. Now, what do I mean when I say important words? Well, here we go. Some words in between are capitalized. Those are important words like nouns, pronouns, verbs, even the small verbs, adjectives, and adverbs. Some words are not, like small unimportant words, prepositions, articles, conjunctions. Now you may be asking, Kramer, how do I know what kind of word it is? How do I know if it's a noun or an article? Well, one of a word might be. Well, you can use the dictionary. Let's go over here to Merriam-Webster's dictionary. And I'm going to type in the word bad, search for it, and it tells me right at the top, bad is an adjective. That's the part of speech it is. So if you're not sure which part of speech the word is in question, you can use the dictionary to help, okay? If it's a noun, pronoun, verb, adjective, or adverb, it's capitalized. If it's a preposition, article, or conjunction, it is not. Take a look at this sample title, The Good, the Bad, and the Ugly. The first word is capitalized no matter what it is. The last word is capitalized no matter what it is. And the adjectives, well, they're being treated as nouns here, good, bad, ugly, are all capitalized. The article, the, and the conjunction and are not capitalized, okay? That's title case, and you should use that with all your titles, including the title of your essay, any titles on the Works Cited page. Please use title case. Again, it's weird for you APA folks because you don't do that in APA style, okay? All right, this lecture is about how to indicate a title in your academic essays. Please know that your essay's title, the title that you wrote for the essay, is already indicated because it is centered on your paper. Let me show you a sample of that. Here's my sample paper. Here's a title. It's centered. I know it's a title. I don't have to say anything else about it. It's in title case, but that's all I need, okay? There's no need to underline or put quotes around your title. This lecture is about the titles of other outside works in your essay. So here are some examples. The Cat in the Hat, and you can see that is in italics, that's slanty writing. Gone with the Wind, slanty writing. Telltale Heart, normal writing, but with quotes. Handsomest Drowned Man in the World, with quotes. Or The Complete Persepolis, with italics or slanty writing. Okay? So let's take a look at the rules. When you, let's skip ahead. We talked about that already. When you cite other people's titles in your essay, you must indicate those titles with italics for major works or quotation marks for minor works. Quotation marks for minor works. So the next question is, how do I know if it's a major work or a minor work? Well, first let's look at major works. Titles of major works are italicized or underlined. Italics and underlining mean the same thing. Use one or the other, never both. If you're typing, always use italics. That's the slanty writing. You can see it right there. If you're writing by hand, always underline. That means you should never use the underline function in your essay if you're typing it, ever, okay? So what is a major work? This thing you need to italicize? Think of a major work as anything you can pick up in your hand, like a novel, a comic book, magazine, newspaper, and then apply that idea to everything else, album titles, TV shows, movies, titles of web pages. So let's take a look. That could be a real newspaper that you pick up at the newspaper stand, Or it could be a newspaper online, like Los Angeles Times. That's a major work, a major work. All right. If you're not sure, here's a relatively complete list. These are all considered major works, so it's a pretty safe bet. If it's not on this list, it's a minor work. All right, books, magazines, newspapers, pamphlets, long poems, plays, films, TV shows, radio shows, album titles, choreographic works of dance, works of visual art and painting, electronic databases, you'll be using those this semester, websites, and electronic games. All right. Titles of minor works, on the other hand, are in quotes. And minor works are anything, if you like to think about it this way, inside of a major work. I don't know if that metaphor works for you, but take a look at this Los Angeles Times webpage. The LA Times is the major work, right? And then all these little articles are the minor works, So an article title that appears on Los Angeles Times, such as this one, it says, Trump briefly attends UN Climate Summit, Greta Thunberg rails against empty words. That article title is a minor work. So if I were going to use that title in my essay, in the text of my essay, I would need to indicate it. I've copied it here into my sample essay, Trump briefly attends UN Climate Summit, Greta Thunberg rails against empty words. The first thing you'll notice is that if I don't do something to it, it looks like the rest. It's not standing out at all, so it's hard to read. So the first thing I'm going to do is fix the title case. And you can use the automatic function for that, but then you have to double check it. So I'm just going to go through and change it into title case. And again, that is a function of the MLA. That's why the original title is not in title case. MLA is the one that does title case. Okay? And it's a minor work, which means I put quotes around it. Alright, so you can see the title there. Oh, what happened? There we go. But if I were writing Los Angeles Times, this article appeared in the Los Angeles Times, that's a major work, and that needs to be italicized. So I would use italics there. Okay, so you can see the two titles here. There's the minor work title of the article. There's the major work title of the newspaper in that case. All right. Back to our lecture. Think of a minor work as anything inside a major work: short stories, poems, articles, essays, chapter titles. Apply that idea to everything else: individual song titles, episode titles of TV shows, article titles on web pages, and that's it. That's everything you need to know. Take a look at the sample again. You'll notice that my essay's title is already indicated. It's centered, so I don't have to do anything to it. My minor work title is in quotes and title case, and my major work title is in italics and title case. My title is in title case as well. I hope this clears it up for you. I know it's hard to remember, especially if you're used to doing APA, but it's worth it in the long run. Okay, thank you very much. Bye.